Hi, my name is Seph Smith. I train at 50-50 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the United States, and I'm going to show you some arm triangle stuff. Alright, so starting out, a lot of people, there's lots of ways to get into the arm triangle, a million and one different entrances. But once we get into the arm triangle, there's a lot of people have different problems with finishing the choke. Sometimes it'll end up being like a neck crank, sometimes it's a choke. I want to clear up some of the details about this position so that you can make sure you get a clean choke every single time. Okay, we call this the arm triangle because it is a triangle. Okay, actually, without a partner, when I do this correctly, I should be able to create a triangle around the person's neck. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is locking my hands, getting down low, pulling myself in, and my chest is going to make this third part of the triangle. So you can see, like, I have part of the triangle is going to be my bicep, my forearm, and my chest is going to be the third part. Okay, so when I finish this, I'm going to be kind of facing in towards Stuart. Okay, so when I get into the choke here, I'm going to be palm down with this one always. Okay, always palm down with the one that's reaching underneath of the head, and this one's going to be palm up. Okay, now what I always do is I look away and I get down low and I try to use my head to scoop up his shoulder. Okay, and I want to pull all the slack out of the position. Okay, now once I do this, I'm going to get my chest down really low. I'm going to pull myself in, rotate, and I just lock into the position. I got to take off pressure a little bit so it doesn't start choking him. But I want to make sure that this elbow is on the floor. Okay, if you've ever had somebody cranking on your neck, a lot of times what the problem is this elbow comes up a little bit. So when you're squeezing, you're actually just digging your wrist bone into the person's neck. Okay, I don't want that at all. So sometimes when I'm getting down low in the beginning, my elbow may come up off the ground a little bit, but as I pull myself in to finish, here, my elbow should be on the mat. And I should be able to just lean into this position and put the guy out, okay? What you should be able to do is just barely squeeze when you're practicing this, okay? If you can put the person out or make them start to get dizzy, like from just barely putting any kind of effort into the choke, then you know that you can always ramp up the, the pressure if you need to, okay? So if we start out here, low, pull the slack out, get down low, I'm just gonna settle in and just wait. I don't want to ever have my pressure kind of going up and down. Like I squeeze real hard trying to tap the guy and then he doesn't tap. So I try to readjust and then squeeze real hard and try to, keep on trying to make the person tap immediately. I want to just lock into the position and then just stop. My work is done. Okay, at that point, then I just wait. If a couple seconds, the guy should be going out. All right. So let's say I get down here, I start pulling myself in, I settle into my choke. And then Stuart locks his arms underneath of his leg, and he's going to try to turn away a little bit. This is real common defense, okay? What it's doing is it's taking his shoulder away from his neck, okay? So it's an effective defense, but it's going to leave him wide open to a secondary attack, okay? So if we go back, I'm going to start having pressure on his neck. He goes to turn. I'm going to let this settle, or I'm just going to let this slide out just a little bit. So it started out like really deep, but it's just going to slide out. So just his wrist bone's poking out behind his neck. I'm going to grab inside of my sleeve. I'm going to bring my wrist in front of his neck, okay? Slide my knee in, and I just sit, okay? I just try to like slide my shin underneath of the guy's back, and I'll have the choke here. So all I'm going to do is pull up and put pressure down to finish, okay? So that's a good combo for me. Like anytime I go for the arm triangle, the guy's going to go for his defense. If they go for like the telephone defense, which is real common, I usually just try to choke through that. I usually don't have a problem finishing the person here if the guy's just trying to defend. So I'll just go in and just put pressure on and go to finish. But if he locks his arms underneath of his legs and he goes to turn away, immediately I just go into this. Okay, just pressure down, pull up, and get your finish.